Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia here with this week's Teen Mom Recap. Part 2 out of the entirely too long 3-part Teen Mom 2 reunion. So this reunion starts with Kale. Dr. Drew asks if she's surprised by Victoria's pregnancy, and her answer is pretty much, nope, not at all. Whether because she already knew Victoria was a massive skank, or because she saw her with hickeys all over her neck during the trip. They had asked if Victoria protected herself, and she lied to them that she did. Also during that trip, Leah reveals that she likes Chris. He apparently took her kids to the beach for her, and she was very grateful. I guess it's totally cool for Leah to send her girls off to the beach with a man she neither met nor that her girls ever met before. Must be nice and stress-free to have standards that low. They start asking Leah questions, which are getting dangerously close to talking about her drug addiction and that rehab stay that she barely ever talks about. But just when I think we're about to get the juice, she says, well, you can read about it in my book. Cheap cop-out. I would say that no one's gonna buy that shit, but I am in fact going to buy that shit when it comes out in May. I might even review it on the channel so you guys don't have to read it. Go ahead and comment down below, let me know if you'd be interested in that. I've also read all the other Teen Mom books, and if I had to make a recommendation, go read Farrah's, just because it is so, soaked with drama and, the stupidest little things, and it's really funny. You read Farrah's, it's a trip, it really is. And the worst is probably Macy's because it is boring as hell. Anyway, Victoria comes out. According to her, the guy, whose name is Royer, had caught feelings for her. I'm sure he totally doesn't say that to all the chicks in his tour group. He already has 2 kids with 2 women in Costa Rica and doesn't talk to the moms. My, this is looking promising already. He supposedly didn't want to come over to the US. They all don't. But I guess he got over that pretty quick because he is coming over. And Leah is Victoria's sponsor. 90 Day Fiancé, anyone? Anyone who watched that show has seen this a million times over and knows that it's probably not going to end well. They managed to Skype in the father Royer, as well as a guy named Adan. And you might be wondering who this fine man is on the left. Apparently Leah had a Costa Rican hookup too. She was just lucky enough to not get pregnant, and yes, I say luck because we all know she didn't do anything to prevent it. Now, for a while I was looking at these two trying to figure out who scored the jackpot because dude on the left is way cuter. Turns out that's Leah's guy. Victoria got the shorter end of the stick, so to say, and maybe even literally. And it makes sense. I mean, who's the sponsor here again? Who's really got the money? Roy over there was probably pissed when he found out he knocked up the significantly less famous one. Or they probably just tag-teamed them both, ran a train on them, who knows? I mean, we already know these girls don't really give much of a shit about morals or dignity or anything. Anyway, according to Royer, he was attracted to Victoria because of her hair and the fact that she drank coffee or something. It might kind of be getting lost in translation there. Most likely she had a big American flag sticker on her suitcase and he was pretty attracted to that. Immediately turned on. And he was happy but scared to find out that she was pregnant. He claims to have asked about a condom and she had said no, but Victoria mysteriously has no memory of what he's talking about. As for Adan, who's the other guy, or should we say Adonis, they ask him about Leah, and the word friend is thrown around about 600 times. I guess he doesn't want her getting the wrong idea. He thinks that she's a great person, which I guess just proves they really didn't get to know each other for that long. Victoria teases Leah that Leah calls Adan her Costa Rican... ... But Leah cuts her off before she finishes it, and they're all giggling like schoolgirls, like, oh my god, Victoria, don't tell him that. She never admits what it was, but I'm gonna take a wild guess that she was calling him her Costa Rican cock. Just taking a guess. Briana and John come out. They essentially say a whole lot of nothing. Dr. Drew tried to say that Briana is afraid of closeness and fear of abandonment. Briana says the last time they slept together, she told him she loved him and he didn't say it back or something. And Nessa calls out Briana for her weird habit of refusing to look people in the eye. She's like, look at him, Briana, look at him. He was your boyfriend. It goes nowhere, honestly. Nothing new is revealed. Then Davon, he claims to see Nova every week, except these past 2 weeks. He has every excuse in the book. I was at work, I got a new phone, I'm getting a car. Look, if Bar, no job, criminal record, having 200 credit score, having no diploma, having Bar, was able to get a car, you really have no excuse. Next, straight from the trailer park, is Jade's family. Her grandma is basically employing Jade's entire crew. Jade herself works at her grandma's restaurant, and so does Shawn and Christie and Jade's stepdad. That's very sweet, but the problem is if that place shuts down, the entire family is out of a job. Which, by the way, it did shut down. But that's okay because it opened again! Yeah! And then it closed again. The topic of addiction comes up, and Christie freaks out about how she doesn't want to be diagnosed on the stage. That's okay, Christie, however, I will diagnose you from this room. It's meth. Jade is trying to talk about showing concern for Christie, but Christie gets all mad and walks off stage. Diva behavior, and you ain't even a cast member. And just like the moms, she's screaming about how she's a damn good mom, and then immediately after saying she's gonna knock Jade out. Alright, bitch, have fun in jail when you do. Jade is in her 20s, and you really think you still have the right as a parent to be violent with her? Then Shawn comes out. He voices for Christie being a good person, and she's social and all this, and I am glad to see that they get along at least. As for the whole condoms in the trash thing they bring it up to Shawn, he claims it was just his attempt to get rid of Jade, and he regrets it. Sure, bro, I'm sure you just bought condoms and, scooped a little bit of mayo in there, tied them up, and left them there for Jade. Fully expecting Jade to go raccoon mode and go digging through the trash to find them. Christie comes back on stage, meaning the nice period of time where they had room to breathe on that couch is over. And they all thank her for being a good mom and, trying to get her not to storm off the stage again. Coddling her. Next is Chelsea. She has had enough of disrespectful Donna, and she doesn't care if it's hard for Adam to not be there when Aubrey is, because that's the rule. Her reason for becoming more involved in the clothing stuff this year is she was afraid Teen Mom was ending soon, and she did not want that gravy train to go off its trails. So she was actually the one who messaged Itsy Ritzy and some of the other businesses on Instagram asking for the brand deal. Would love to see that DM. Cole comes out and awkwardly sits there for 2 seconds before the episode ends. I don't know why they brought him out in this episode even. And that's all for part 2 of this Teen Mom 2 reunion. What did you think of Royer and Adan? Why does Christie want to hit Jade so bad? What was Leah calling that dude, or Costa Rican what now? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe for Teen Mom recaps every week.